going on, guys? It's Seancutshair, and I got you another haircut tutorial. It's bright and early, but I'm gonna go ahead and record this first haircut for you guys. It's gonna be a high taper with a fro with some color enhancement. Hope you guys enjoy it. Let's get right to it. Alright, we're going to jump right into this cut. It's going to be a high taper. We're not going to touch the fro. We're going to start off with the high taper guideline, bald line from the top of the C cup or the bottom of the vertical bar, straight back to the top of the ear. We're going to go ahead and bald all that out. We'll come in with our shaver underneath. If you guys haven't seen this Uno shaver yet, unfortunately I did not do an unboxing, but this thing is a beast and it absolutely makes that crunch sound that everybody likes so much. Next, we'll move on to the open section. Guys, you can see visibly right here how much room we have to work with. So we're almost going to split it in half. We'll do our open section, work that out, do the open one next, and then we need to connect to that curl. So it's going to go pretty quick, pretty tight and compact. Go ahead and come in with the slim lines at the bottom because we punched the line in with the slim lines. We'll go ahead and scoop it out. Our next step will be the clipper closed at the bottom of this section. Anything that's left after that we can get out with the clipper halfway open. Our next step will be done with the one guard all the way open, and we're going to start to flick out. We don't want to see a super drastic guideline here. We have to start to connect to these curls. You guys are actually going to see this come together kind of slowly. We're really actually worried about the transition up to the curl length. So you're going to see me work my way up, then work my way back down, and all we're worried about at the top of this curl is making sure that our bald transition up to the curl is nice and everything else can connect to the length on top. So now I'm going to come in between those two sections with the half guard to clean up any lines that are left, and then we'll move on to connecting this to the curls on top. Now I'm coming in with the two guard all the way closed. You guys can see I'm just flicking out into the curls like I said. This is going to leave us a slight guideline between the open one and the two as normal, and we will come in with the 1.5 and start to work that out. And like I said, it's not going to come out right away, so I'm going to work my way back down, and you guys will see the very last thing that I do will be go through that last little edge between the curls and make sure that it's nice and neat. We're just going to work our way through the guards again, guys, polish this section out, then we can move on to the back. You all can see, working back through the steps, we have this pretty polished out with a pretty defined line between the curls. We're going to go ahead and hit that one more time with our 1.5. It'll bring this all the way together, and we'll move on to the back. So on the back, we're going to do the same exact steps. You guys can basically visibly see how much room we have to work, where the curls start. So we're going to pack our fade underneath the curls, do the same as we just did on the sides. We'll start out with our slim lines, make our bald guideline, come in with our shaver underneath that. Then we can move up and start our first step. Our first step will be same as normal. Lever all the way open. We'll go about 3/4 of an inch. We have a little bit more room here than we did on the sides. So you guys go ahead and give you some room to work. This is the section that you can really see when there's dark and light spots. So go ahead and give you guys some room to work. The bottom of the line we will take out with the slim lines because we punched it in with the slim lines. Next we'll go ahead and come in with the clipper all the way closed. Anything that's left above that we'll take out with the clipper halfway open. Next up, one guard open, and we are loosely flicking out into that curl. Like I said, guys, we don't want to make a super harsh, hard to take out guideline. We gotta connect to that curl before we get too high. So we'll go in with the one open, flicking out. We can immediately close that one up and start to work this guideline out. And anything that's left that the one closed won't take out, we'll come in with the half guard and take the last of that line out. Now, just like the sides, we're taking a number 2 here and flicking into the curls, and the last line left between the 1 and the 2 will come out with the 1.5. Pretty simple, guys. Now we're just working our way back down through the guards and fine-tuning this blend before we move on to the lineup. Now we're moving on to the lineup. We have to make sure that we brush the hair over the lineup. We don't want the hair to be able to come back after he leaves and be covering the lineup that we just made. So I'm gonna brush the hair down over the lineup. We're gonna make one pass. I'll brush it down again, go over it again, probably 2 or 3 times to make sure that we have all that hair off there. You guys can see we're just pivoting around the ear. We want a nice smooth circle, and then we want to go straight down the back of the neck. You guys will see I didn't show myself brushing, but we just brushed that back down. We're gonna go after any hairs that hang over and make sure that we get a nice, sharp, clean line. All right, moving on to the front hairline, you guys can see he is very solid in the middle of his hairline, a little bit light in the corners, so he prefers to really leave it alone, not get into it too much. We are just gonna take it straight across from one side to the other, and we will enhance the corners. We'll enhance the whole hairline, but we will use the enhancements to help make the corners look darker. That way we don't have to get up into there to make his line sharp. So again, guys, we're working from one side to the other, making sure it's straight across without pushing it back too far. Work those vertical bars in, get them nice and sharp, and then we can come in and do some enhancements. Now for the enhancements, we are using Tomb45 Black Brown. You guys can see he definitely has some brown in his hair, so we didn't want to go with the Onyx Black. This is my enhancement card. If you guys aren't familiar, check it out at Seancutshair.com. And of course, the Beam Team XL compressor. And you all can see when you use them all together and you use them right, it makes color enhancement so easy. You know, about 30 seconds to a minute, I got all the color enhancement applied perfectly. Now we can come in and do our razor work. So I'm just gonna come in, I'm dry shaving right here, and make sure that my hairline is nice and perfect. We'll throw some product in here, curl it up, and you guys can check out the end result. Alright guys, there you can see, a little bit grown out. He is a pretty regular client. Unfortunately, he is home right now from college, not able to go, so I'm able to get him in more regularly. But there you go guys, there's the finished product. I hope you guys like this cut. If you like it, smash that like button, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think. Make sure you guys are subscribed and have that bell notification turned on. Let me know what you guys think about my new content I've been doing. If you didn't see my vlog, go check it out. I'll catch you guys next time.